Sure can I bum a ride? Anywhere you're gone is fine, as long as it's out of town. I could even fill your tank as a way that I can say thanks. I'm feeling kinda down. We can talk about anything that you want to, except one thing, mister, I'm begging you. Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin city nights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. That's where she said goodbye to me. She fell in love with me on that Corpus Christi beach. It felt so right. And I remember how her green eyes used to shine, and a taste on her sweet lips was like cherry wine. We can talk about any state that we've been through, except the one where I hitched this ride with you. Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin city lights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. That's where she said goodbye to me. Someday I might just go back and find the best love this cowboy ever had. Yeah. Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin city lights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. So don't you talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin city lights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. That's where she said goodbye to me. Just another Friday night in LA. We all getting down.
As to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small-town barber shop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We're told that on his body was found a diary. On the flyleaf, under the heading, My Pledge, he had written these words: America must win this war. Therefore I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure. I will fight cheerfully and do my utmost as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone. We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.
The United States of America is the most successful nation the world has ever known. I think that's largely because we're the freest nation. Humans cannot reach their potential, cannot realize their dreams unless they're free.
If prosperity were easy, everybody around the world would be prosperous. If freedom were easy, everybody around the world would be free. If security were easy, everybody around the world would be secure. They are not. None of this is going to be easy. But this is the United States of America. It takes an extraordinary effort. It takes extraordinary commitment. It takes extraordinary strength. Valley Forge wasn't easy. Going to the moon wasn't easy. Settling the West wasn't easy. We are the American people. We have seen difficulties before, and we always overcome them. This is about rolling up our sleeves. I mean, we're going to have some differences, but as Americans, putting our head down and getting it done.
The United States.
This is America, Jack.
We're Americans.
This is the power of suggestion.
The ultimate gala spectacle. You want to hear the truth? Yeah, I want to hear the truth. The truth is,
its cruel symptoms can strike anyone.
That's all I'm going to say at this time.
What creates an extraordinary life is an extraordinary mindset.
Now that I got your attention, listen to this.
let's go!
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good.
The Wayne Dupree Program.
Good Googa the Mooga. I used to say that when I was a kid. Good Googa the Mooga. We are back better than ever. You're listening to The Wayne Dupree Show. I'm your host, Wayne Dupree, here on War Radio, We Are America Radio. Simulcasting on Spreaker and the RSBN network. I keep looking over to my right because I think there's a ghost in here. I keep looking around. It's like somebody's standing right there. But when I turn around, nobody's standing right there. It's really crazy. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you with us tonight. Had a little issue last night with Spreaker, but I'm glad to have everybody here tonight. I fixed it, worked it out. The sound level should be great. Everybody in the Spreaker chat room, if you can hear me, give me a 1. In the RSBN chat room, I really haven't done anything different to the board, but you can give me a 1 too. All right. Okay. Now, I got the Godfather War Radio. Mr. Hutch Baylor Jr., what's up, Hutch?
Good evening, Mr. Dupree. How's everything going in your studio?
Going great, man. How you do? I mean, how's everything? And
just rolling on along, watching more things get done in Washington, D.C. in 5 days than a couple years of most presidents.
He is kicking tail, man.
And he's doing everything he said he was going to do. He's messing everybody up. Their equilibrium, they're like a punch-drunk boxer. You know, they're dancing around the ring. They're talking about things that are irrelevant. It's really an embarrassing day for the professional corporate media. It really is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to have you with us tonight. You really don't have to be watching, but you are, and that means that you care about us. You really care. You really love me. You really love us. You really do. But we are going to try to get as much news out as we can in the hour. If you know, I am, I can tell you all of the web stuff and everything later. My day has been like crazy.
Pray tell.
I have, I write for the Political Insider, and then I also write for tellmenow.com. And then I also write for my own website. And I'm writing. And then I also got fatherly duties and stuff like that. Let me tell you something, man. I'm tired. I seriously, I am, and then I have to finish another story right after I get up for this. And then I also had to put maybe a couple more stories up on WayneDupree.com before I go to bed. So, and if you have your own blog out there and you're trying to gain some money, or you're trying to, I gotta turn the sound down.
They're telling me I swallowed a kazoo, and
that's what. Yeah, well, I don't want to lose you, so I didn't say nothing. Whatever. Let's see, notification sounds. Okay, I ain't gonna bother it right now. You're just gonna hear sounds tonight, and then tomorrow you won't hear any sound. So when people call in, and you'll be able to hear them call in. Yeah. All right. Did you leave, Hutch?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm here. They were just saying I sounded loud. I don't know. You had me turned up higher.
Let me turn you down a little bit.
But they said you're not a 1 tonight. But they'll let us know.
Oh yeah. Okay. So phone number is 202-470-6738. 202-470-6738. Again, we have some stuff to talk about. One of the things is President Trump said, you know what? A couple things before I even get into that. I followed the POTUS Twitter account the other night. That was a monumental thing for me, because I never followed Barack Obama. For 8 years, I never followed the POTUS Twitter account. And then, I don't know, Hutch, it was kind of creepy. I was like, let me hit follow.
I've been following him. I like that stuff. Ever since that's the entire news feed when it comes to President Trump, I figured I might as well get it before they do.
Who, Obama?
Before the media gets it, I might as well get it. Then they can tell me about it 6 hours later. Oh, because that's all they're reporting on.
You want me to call you back, huh?
Well, they're saying I'm sounding. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'll call you back. All right. So we'll call Hutch back in a few minutes. But again, we're taking your phone calls tonight, 202-470-6738. And I have a couple of updates to make to our fundraising page if you are following. And please follow, because we're not taking any more donations, but we want you to see what we are getting to upgrade the studio. As you know, we got the lights, we got the new laptop, and now we have the new computer. So now I don't have to do all of my work on a banged up laptop. Now I have a desktop that I can do my work and also do the show from, which is what we have right here. Got 2 brand new front lights because for me, our production guy Micah, and give him a hand, give Micah a hand. Micah. Okay, so Micah, I think I was sort of like Hutch with this one because no. Yeah. I was sort of like Hutch because I thought I was a little bit too dark in the front, so I had to get me a couple of lights. So I got these 2 little babies. That right there. So if you're doing podcasting and whatnot, you know, and like I have those 3 lights right there. I also have this light, okay, that resides on my desk. And then I have another one, this one right here. And that sits over here. So that at least gives some light down here to even out the top. So, yeah. Thank you for purchasing this for me. Hutch just put in for his microphone. He just put in for his microphone today. The same one as this one. So we're going to have both the same microphone. And we got a new holder. I got a new holder. Actually, our holders are going to look the same too. So I got that today, and he got one today. We're going to get him the camera hopefully by Monday or Tuesday. And it's going to take a couple days to get that set up with the extra wires and stuff that we have to get. But we're moving stuff. I'm moving stuff along, and I will upgrade. I will update all this stuff on the page so you can see. We got somebody. I told you, you're gonna hear sounds tonight. So we'll see. We'll see what this one is. We have a caller, 347. 347. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mr. Wayne, this is Big Rich from New York.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Good, man. What a great day today, huh?
Yes, sir.
I love every minute. And you know what's funny? The media always fall for Trump trick-or-treat. You know, you send them out.
Wait, man, hold on. Wait. Did you just make a word? That's okay. Look, that's okay if you did. I just found out. Did you just make a word just a while ago?
Trick-or-treat?
Trick-or-treat? Is that what it is? Trick-or-treat? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
trick-or-treat.
Right.
Trick-or-treat.
Trick-or-treat.
You know, you see CNN all day, 24/7, bashing Trump regarding the fakes of the election, and then Trump comes with a hammer, bang, bang, bang. They didn't know what to do with himself after that.
Yeah, but look, and that's something that I jumped on last night about, you know, the media. I'm not to the point of festivity with the media, but I am close to it. You know, I just can't. I'm gonna have to tolerate it because they're gonna act the way they act. But my thing is, we just don't need them. We just don't need the media. We don't need them. They're not reporting it the right thing. They're not reporting the administration already. So they've already shown that they're not going to be good for the next 4 years. I say, get them out of those press seats and put in people that are hungry to want to really learn that craft and bring back real journalism. That's what we need to do. We need to bring back real journalism.
And catch you one more question. Now that Trump is going to stop these people coming from these terrorist countries to the United States, do you think the terrorists could be on their heels soon doing some kind of terrorist attack?
You know what? You never know, but you got to prepare for everything. Okay, you never know, but you have to prepare for everything. You know, Barack Obama, and thanks for your call, man.
All right, Brian, take care.
Barack Obama tried to tell everybody before he left office that that there was no terrorist actions while he was president, or major actions while he was president. So, hey Hutch, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on? I had to write down some of the words, man. I mean, trick or treat and passivity.
No, it's pistivity.
Oh, I left the T out. Let me fix that.
Pistivity. Pistivity. Yeah, I'm pissed off, man. I'm pissed off to the highs of pistivity. Kind of like that.
All right, it works. As soon as that echo goes away, we'll be good. Now it went away. How about that?
See, there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so where was I? Big Head, Big Al, Big Rich was talking about do I think that there's going to be a terror attack? Because of what Trump is doing. I was like, I look. You can't see into the future, but you can prepare for it. And right now, he's actually laying the groundwork to prepare for a whole lot of stuff. Did you see what he did for Chicago? He was like, listen,
he's going to go send. I mean, what else are you going to do? You can't have a city mayor telling the federal government that they're just going to disregard federal law. It's just not going to happen.
And Common is a musical artist. Common came out and he was like, well, listen, hold on. You don't need to send them in there. We got people in the state, local governments, and grassroots. We're just going to talk it out, and, we're going to work it out. Let me tell you something. You haven't done it. You haven't done it. You had state, local, grassroots for the last 8 years under Obama. Obama could have came in and y'all could have had a conference or something. He didn't even do that. So, Hutch, the way that I look at it, I'm like, maybe they do need the National Guard.
It's quite possible. I mean, if it gets to the point now, if Common says they're going to fix it and they fix it, that's fine. That's the perfect answer. But you haven't done it in years. More people have been killed. More black people have been killed in Chicago during the Obama administration than during the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just out of control. Do something, and do something about it in a week, or we're coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, the question of tonight is, what are you looking for in a Supreme Court nominee? Okay.
Live radio.
Let's see. What was I saying? What are you looking for in a Supreme Court?
He's getting ready to pick a
next week
Supreme Court justice. There's 3 guys right now that are in line for it. Supposedly. Now, you never know this until he actually picks. He might pick his sister. I hope he doesn't. But
I don't think he's going to. He can, but I don't think he's going to.
No, I don't think so either. You got a guy they're all 49 to 51. So they're all relatively young for the position, and they're all really straight shooters. One's even from Pittsburgh. One sits on the same court that Trump's sister does.
Usually, I wouldn't say this, but we got to get a woman up there because it's an all-man court right now. Go ahead. Go ahead. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
If you take a picture of those women together, that is not a pretty picture, man. And Ginsburg's going off her rocker.
Well, yeah. Hey, when was the last time we had an all-male Supreme Court? I mean,
Before Sandra Day O'Connor, they all were.
Yeah. I mean, we got them now. But, was it Kagan? Kagan
and Sotomayor and the other one, Ginsburg. I mean, you put them together, and that's like...
Sotomayor looked like she bench pressed everybody on that court, don't she? She walk in there, what's on the docket today, guys?
Kagan comes over and slaps her on the back. What up? Knocks the whiskey bottle out of her hand.
Yeah. What are we talking about today, y'all? We gonna hang out at Chaps? Yeah.
They say that Antonin Scalia and Ruth Bader Ginsburg used to go out to lunch all the time or breakfast or something. They used to socialize together.
She doesn't look like she got a good night's sleep in a long time anyway. I'm serious. She looked like.
All of the choices of the left in every area possible are all just bad choices. I mean, I was thinking again about that march. That march was a circus.
Yeah.
That march was, I'm thinking about women that, normal women that are looking like that are looking at that and just shaking their heads, man. It's not going to help their cause.
Let me try something. I'm going to try something, Hutch, and I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right. This is what we're going to do because I care so much for all of you. I really do. We're going to try something else too. All right. All right. Now, with that done, we're talking about the Supreme Court. What are you looking for in a Supreme Court nominee? What is your most important trait? As you know, we don't want another Justice Roberts. No. Don't want that. Because a couple of things could have gone our way if it wasn't for Justice Roberts. And, Justice Roberts is who he is and, whatever. But we need a conservative up there. We need somebody who is not afraid to follow the Constitution, and that isn't going to make up stuff as he goes along or she goes along. I still think it needs to be a woman. I still think it needs to be a woman. Hutch?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Well, talk, man. Talk. What you doing?
I'm just sitting there. I get frustrated when radio. You only have an hour. When things go bad, you only have an hour, and it's like, okay.
I know.
Wow. And I'm sitting there thinking about the audio. But, we're living in great times. To be in this business, what we do, to be doing what we do right now, no other place is better than this. I mean, we get to sit here and report on it every night.
Every night.
We get to learn. We get to try to share what we've learned. We learn from people. It's just, it's excellent to watch this whole thing be turned on its ear. It really is.
That was good. 202-470-6738. 202-470-6738. I know this. I've never really put a whole lot of stock into the Supreme Court. I don't know why. I mean, I just, I know it's a branch of government, and I know I tested on it really well when I was in school, but I've never really, it never really floated my boat, but when I joined up on the conservative side, it made a whole lot of, it made big difference because I watched how the nation was going down the drain. I watched how the nation looked like it was being like somebody had lifted the table and everybody was just flowing into, just like rolling off the table into liberalism. And thank God we elected Donald Trump, man. Thank God. I'm serious. Can you imagine if Hillary Clinton would have won? And I know we say it all the time, but if she had won, she would have really stacked the Supreme Court with liberal judges, and America really would be changed. This is something America fought back. America said no. Now you might do it in the next 40 years or something, but now is not the time. Now is not the time for America to change everything about itself to be liberal. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Let me go ahead and take this call. 212, what's up?
Hi, this is 212 from New York, from Queens. Hi, Wayne. I love your show. I listen to you guys all the time. And just on a quick note, I was listening to your show yesterday, and Hutch was saying how much he disliked Chris Wallace. And I just wanted to let you know that Michael Savage, Paul T. Meatloaf Jr., which I thought it was so funny. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say for tonight. Good show, and I'm so happy you guys are playing nationwide. It's great. So I listen to you every night.
Well, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you for the call. What it was to call.
I had a hard time understanding who I didn't like. Who didn't I like?
Huh?
She said that she heard me say I didn't like somebody, I think.
Oh, it's a person you didn't like.
Yeah, who was it?
The one you didn't like. the one you didn't like.
Oh, yeah, that one there. I can't stand that one. Makes my blood boil.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, it's me and you, baby.
I guess, man. It's, you know.
Yeah.
I was. I'm sorry, man. I'm preoccupied.
What are you doing? You painting? Are you painting?
I'm watching these comments.
I know. Look, don't even look at the comments because they ain't helping nobody. Y'all ain't helping nobody. Y'all hurting more than helping.
But to watch the Fox News, you know, I was watching this Chris Wallace, and this guy can't give it up, man. I mean, these people are anti-Trump. I'm sorry, the opinion shows are fine. You turn on Bill O'Reilly, he's fine. You listen to Tucker, he's good. But you listen to the special report people, and I'm not so much Brett Baer, but when you listen to Chris Wallace and you listen to Jonah Goldberg, oh, these people are rooting against him, man. It's terrible. It's getting to be unwatchable. I know I say that all the time, and I keep watching it.
You know what your new nickname is?
I'm getting ready to hang up.
No, man, don't. No. But I am going to tell you what your new nickname is.
What?
Auto-tune.
It's not here.
I know it's not. I know it's not, but I mean everything is A-okay on this side, so I don't know. I mean, there's a Dell update, so maybe things
we'll
are
have to check it out offline. I mean, it's just something, ladies and gentlemen. We give you 1,000 shows that are perfect, and it's not one show, you know.
That's okay, auto-tune. You tell him.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, all right. We got, oh my goodness. Jim, you better sound good. Jim from Mississippi. What's up, Jim? I got your email.
What's going on with you guys? Y'all got an inside joke going on or something? Something funny up there for sure.
Do I sound good to you? Do I sound good to you? Or do I
sound... You sound fine, but I don't know what you're doing that Wayne is seeing you do, or what you're on Skype with Wayne. Is that the way y'all communicate? Right. It always sounds like you're in a room with him, except you can't see him. But, you know, I did see somebody walk behind Wayne a while ago.
Why don't you stop, Jim? Stop.
Really, it was a funny-looking little man, too. I don't know. It's a weird-looking guy. It's sort of like, what's that guy's name? John Lewis? He looked like he'd shrunk a little bit, too. I mean, you know, but he was looking around, you know, and Wayne looked to the right, you know, and I've noticed, is he in a cellar or something? Where is he?
See, you wrong. See, Hutch, earlier, I kept seeing something over to my right. You know,
I know it.
Like when we were kids.
For the last 2 months.
When, you know, like when we were kids, we see shadows.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then we go running after shadows, and then we don't see them no more. And then you go tell your parents, I saw somebody. Oh, get out of my face. You know, but I can swear I be seeing shadows down here.
You know what that is? That's anxiety. I remember a preacher, a good friend of mine years ago, preached on anxiety, and he said, you know, you're laying in the bed at night and you think you see something or hear something. He said, now you can lay there and just continue to have anxiety. But and you be worrying about it, but you better just get up and see what it is. That way you won't have that anxiety anymore.
No. You get up. You get up. You get up and see what it is, and then it happened to be something, and it'll crack you over your skull, and then you.
Well, that's true. But look, I want to say something about that deal Saturday. I'm going to tell you, man, the women I know, and the women I'm sure y'all know, they would never get out and do something like that. That is the most gross bunch of, I don't know what you call those people, but and had their children with them, and it's just sickening. And I just couldn't. The thought of it just makes. I know some liberal women that. Well, I don't know that many, to be honest with you, but not any in my house, that's for sure. But I can't believe that we've come to that point in our country at this point in time, But I did get a term. I got a new term. Y'all were using a term last night, and there's a better term for it. And it was a lady on Twitter, and then I sent her a message, and she sent me something back, but I thought it was really interesting. She's got a new term for what y'all were talking about last night. She calls it little kitty, instead of the other word,
Oh yeah, Hutch's
that word I use.
Hutch's favorite word, yeah.
Yeah, but I've been calling a lot of people that lately, on Twitter.
You been watch yourself?
No, I hadn't been. I tell you, another one's got to go with Shepard Smith.
Yeah, he's the worst.
He today, I really don't watch him, but I just happened to see him. He came on right after Trump had given his speech at the Homeland Security. Not Homeland Security. Is that what it's called?
DHS.
DHS. And he said, what was that all about? Or something like that. Or what was... And I thought, what do you mean, man? He acts like he's all uptight and mad about everything. But I'll tell you one thing he's mad about is a university football program fixing to go on probation. So maybe he's mad about that.
Yeah, you look like an angry woman. You look like an angry, bitter woman.
But he needs to go to CNN and have Donnie and Andy, the three of them, and Sheppy. Those three, that'd be real good together. Sheppy, Donnie, and Andy on CNN.
Well, Jay, I got to let you go. I got to get some more phone calls.
Okay, bud. See you.
All right, Jay.
Hey, Jim.
All right, Supreme Court. I don't know the names that he's looking for, but Hutch, what are you looking for in a Supreme Court nominee?
Constitution. That's all you need. Okay. Right there. No interpretations or, no trying to legislate from the bench.
Right.
Just it's plain and simple. It's not that hard. Not looking so much at precedent. See, that's what they do now. That's what they teach in law school.
Mm-hmm.
They teach you because we passed Roe versus Wade, that means any baby in America can be killed. They don't look at you have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That little baby has the right to life just as much as that mother does.
Right.
And I mean, I could even go for it. I don't want to go down the false narrative of, well, what if the mother was raped or
Yeah.
Okay, you can have all those.
Yeah.
You can have every single one of those. Let's not talk about that.
They almost act like every woman that has an abortion is raped. Seriously, it's like right. It's like, there's just like what you said. Well, what in the case of abortion? I mean, rape and incest. Well, I mean, is that the majority of them? Because I know in this not this neighborhood, but I know in downtown Baltimore, they just doing the do, man. They just doing the do, and they go do what they have to do, and that's it. The majority is not being raped or incest. They're just doing it because, some woman gonna be mad with me, but some of them are just doing it because they can do it. It's a fail-safe for them. Tell the truth, it is. It's a fail-safe. They feel like they can go ahead and,
But it's
I ain't
a
ready
testament to the culture.
I ain't ready, so I'm just gonna go to Planned Parenthood and get it done, and I'll be okay in 2 days, and whatever. But they don't realize that every time they do that, it takes something from them that they can't get back.
I saw a good bumper sticker one time. It said, "Abortion, 1 killed, 1 wounded."
Yeah.
It takes away your humanity. I mean, I can't believe there's that many people out there that have that little respect for life or even love for life.
Yeah.
That they would, go to all these efforts to go to these marches and make all these ridiculous headgear and posters and take their little kids with them. I mean, it's sad.
We got 704 on the line. 704, thank you for being patient. What's your name?
My name's John. How you doing?
What's your name? Son?
John.
John. How you doing, John?
Oh, pretty good. Hey, you were looking for somebody that had an opinion about what you want to see in a Supreme Court justice.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I want somebody who does not legislate from the bench but reads the Constitution.
Right.
That goes all the way back to when abortion became a right. They legislated that from the bench, and they had somebody that walked through the court system who afterwards was against abortion. So that Roe versus Wade decision there. So that's my opinion.
Yep. Hey, well, thank you, John. Thank you for calling in, man.
You're welcome. Take care.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need anybody legislating from the bench. And, like Obama tried to do his executive presidential stuff from those executive decision orders. You don't think Trump is signing too many executive orders, do you?
No. Okay. No, all he's doing is correcting things that should have been there all along. The rest of these politicians are all controlled by the Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
They would never do it, and, even, when the Republican president's up there, he's counting on the Republicans first of all, they didn't have the communication capability that Trump has. That's the card that nobody else had. They had to go to the press. They had to kiss their butts.
Right.
They didn't have to, but they chose to. And I don't know how many times I screamed at the television when a Republican would get smacked by the press and not say anything.
Right.
I think Americans like that fighting spirit that he has. I know they do. I know we do.
Yeah, he's just sitting at his desk right now, and they just shoveling papers to him right now. Hey, this is what you said here. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And, he's like, Mr. President, you want to take a break? Nope. We're here to work. You know what? Some of the people are going to be like, man, we don't even take a break with him. We just all day working with this guy.
He hasn't taken a vacation in like 6 months.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy to see it every time. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was talking about, okay? This is what I wanted to see. I really didn't give a damn about the inaugural balls or the inauguration. Y'all can have that. I've seen many of them. Really don't care about them. Really don't. I just wanted to see him work. I just wanted to see him bring stuff to fruition. The stuff that he said he was going to do, I wanted to see it. Now, some of these things might not reach your life right now. Some of them might not even touch your life at all. But he's doing some things that he said that he was going to do. The wall thing and stuff. Started on that today. The president of Mexico is thinking about changing. He's thinking about changing his mind about meeting with Trump next week. Hutch, did you? The president of Mexico's approval rating is 12%. 12.
I believe that.
12. I've never seen especially in this country, I've never seen anybody with low approval ratings that low. I mean, I've never seen it. And now he's thinking about canceling his trip.
Okay.
With Trump next week.
Trump's holding all the cards, man.
I know he is.
The stock market just hit 20,000. He's holding all the cards.
He hit 20,000. Companies are staying in the United States of America, not going to Mexico. President Naito, Cerrito, whatever your name is down there, why don't y'all start building your own stuff? Why don't you start building your own stuff? Your approval rating might, pick back up. You got a whole lot of workers down there. Start paying them those pesos, man. Start paying them that money. And don't tell me you don't have money, because you have money to bring those U.S. companies down there. You got money. Start building your own stuff. Start cleaning up your own ghettos.
Yeah, I mean, you have all of the natural resources that you could possibly imagine. You've got oil, you've got beautiful coastline. There's no reason. Well, there is a reason, and it's twofold. It's because the cartels are running the country, and it's because the government is so corrupt. I mean, they should be booming right there. If we had those resources, we would be booming.
Yeah, I agree. We got John calling in on the line. What's up, John?
Hey, this is John again. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that that was a quality of not legislating from the bench of a Supreme Court justice. They are supposed to read the Constitution and interpret the Constitution as to what it says. But as far as the president's concerned, he is an executive and he is supposed to lead the country. I'm 100% behind the way our president has been acting. So that's the bit that I want to just add there.
All right, thanks, John. John snuck in. John snuck in. I won't do that again. John snuck in, Hutch. But hey, Mary Tyler Moore died today.
And that's a sad thing. That was one of those wholesome actresses.
Yeah.
I used to actually watch that Mary Tyler Moore.
Rob!
I was a little young for Dick Van Dyke. I watched a little bit of it, but
I guess I was a lot. I guess the reruns were around when I watched it when I was a kid. So, but he used to fall over that thing, the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he used to fall over that thing. Yeah. But Betty White is still alive, and she might crack 100.
She may, and she's still in good spirits.
She is,
and everything else. So,
yeah, she is. All right, hey, 616. What's up, 616?
Hello there. How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Good talking to you guys. Pleasure to listen to you. Regarding your statement about the Supreme Court justice, what I would like to see is somebody that's similar to Scalia, and he's always been a good counterbalance to Ginsburg on the other side, articulate, intelligent, and it appears we have 4 women that Trump has put on his list, but I haven't done any research on them yet. So
he does have women?
If anybody finds out anything, I know you're interested in a woman on the bench. We'll have to figure out which of those 4 are quality.
Yeah. Don't you think, we can't have like all those men up there without having a woman up there, don't you think?
Oh, I agree with you 100%. I do. I think it'd be a good idea, and it would make it would really help out Trump across the board from a political standpoint. But again, the most important thing is equality justice.
That's right.
That's
right.
it. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think the gender should be an issue. I really
it
don't.
should. It shouldn't. But you got the Magnificent Seven is up there right now. Well, Rough Riders.
So anyway, I want to get out of you guys' way, but I have one quick question for you. A few Fridays ago, you guys had you played some music just as you were closing out in the after hours. Well, who was the artist that you were playing?
There was different. I mean, did it sound like a country song?
No, it sounded like good old quality jazz or good old quality new age.
Oh my goodness, you're talking. That was Nina Simone. Feeling Good, and yeah, it was Nina Simone, Feeling Good. Verve, Verve. You can check it out on YouTube. Nina Simone, Feeling Good, Verve. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I'll call in again sometime. It's the first time I ever called anybody, and it's been nice. So enjoy listening, guys. You have a good one.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate your listening. Absolutely.
Yeah, we sometimes we do an after party thing on Spreaker where you get to, we'll play a couple of songs that we can't play on TubeU, but we can play it on Spreaker. Tomorrow night, many of you have donated for us to syndicate the show, to take the show and into syndication. So tomorrow night we're going to have the CEO of the CRN Digital Talk Network. We're going to have him on so that he can explain everything that is going to go on. So Hutch, if you have questions.
Well, I'll bring him. I think, you and I understand. It's just something that we wanted to kind of bring to the audience and let them know it's not exactly the way we thought it was going to be. I mean, that's as far as I'll really go until he gets on. But the way we understand it, but it's still going to be a good ride.
Yeah, the opportunity for other stuff is going to be there. So, but he's going to be on, and he's going to be able to explain everything to you. Have your pens, have your pieces of paper, have your pencils out, because he's going to give you some information. He's going to give you some information that you are going to need, and we are going to try to ask any questions that you might have. We'll ask them for you. 202-470-6738. His name is Michael Horn, by the way, and he has a lot. You can go to his website, crntalk.com. crntalk.com.
We'll be among a lot of talent. There's no shortage of talent.
Yeah.
On the network, there's like 6 different channels, and it's chock full of people you've heard of.
Yeah, Dennis Prager, Hugh Hewitt, Herman Cain.
I think Michelle Malkin's on there.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. He's a lot of people on there. But yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it, and we are going to do it. Yeah. But back to the Supreme Court thing, because while Donald Trump, back to a whole lot of things that Trump is doing with making all this news, the media is not covering these things because they're still worried about the crowd size, and they're still worried about calling out Sean Spicer and Kellyanne Conway. Do you know they were talking about not wanting to interview Kellyanne Conway anymore?
The whole thing, I read an article by Daniel Greenfield today, and Donald Trump ought to just kick the press out.
That's what I'm saying at the beginning.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Yep.
They ought to kick them out, and he ought to say, you know what? We're going to have these from now on over at the old Senate office building, and it's going to be from 7:30 in the morning to 8:30 in the morning. If you're not there, you're done. It's going to be open seating. We're going to credential anybody who's media, and just I'm telling you, these people need to get knocked off their horse. I honestly believe
the AP is angry because they haven't got a question yet, and usually the AP is always the first organization to get a question. They've been the first organization to get a question for years, like for over 20, 30 years, and they haven't even been called on yet.
Right.
Sean Spicer hadn't even so right now they got a wobble. They got a wobble. They got an attitude that they aren't being called on, and they're probably sitting up front and they're not being called on. So?
I think the other thing I do is when I called them out, I think I'd call their parent company instead of them. I think when I call on CBS, I say, yeah, Disney, what do you got? And when I call on NBC, I'd be like, Comcast, what do you have?
And then,
Fox News, I'd be like 21st Century Fox, what do you have? These companies, these people think, the American people think that CBS is out there standing on their own.
Yeah.
That's a mouthpiece for a giant corporation. They're lobbyists.
Basically.
And by the way, CBS and everybody else, RSBN has a Washington bureau now.
You can see the video on Right Side Broadcasting.
I was trying to lead in, but it's on you. So what you going to do?
So we got Ken from Virginia calling in. Hutch.
What's going on, Ken? How you doing? What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, okay. You guys talked about the Supreme Court. I'm just wondering. Okay, over the past, however long it's been, I've only been paying attention for like the last year and a half. But I'm just wondering when this paradigm shift came about, where instead of having three branches of government, where Congress creates law, the executive branch makes sure that the law is being executed properly, and the judicial branch, they interpret the law. Did you break the law? Did you not break the law? But there seems to be a paradigm shift where now all of a sudden, you look at all the propaganda and listen to these other radio stations and stuff where, they made it to the point where the president is the most powerful person in the world.
That's the way all tyrants work.
Oh yeah.
So it started in 2008. That part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other parts, the part about the Supreme Court, that started before that. That started back around in the 70s when they started looking at precedent instead of looking at the Constitution. But the part with the president being the most powerful person, that started in 2008, and it's sickening.
No, it started before that.
Well, it probably did. If you look at some of the other presidents, maybe Nixon did a little bit.
No, I'm talking about George W. Bush, because the Congress signed over a whole lot of their power to him.
Yeah, I guess they did with the Patriot Act and things like that. You're right.
Yep.
You're right, but it was really blatant with Obama. Obama kind of like told you he was going to do it. He said, I got a pen and I got a phone and I'm going to do it.
Man, I might have to fight you on this one, because George W. Bush is blatant with him too, because they were able to do a whole lot of stuff. Now, Congress didn't. Congress gave up their ghost and said, hey, well, yeah, go ahead and do it because you're doing it for them. But
if you look at
Bush
the
and
war
Cheney,
in Iraq, Congress voted for it.
Because Bush gave them the information. Look, here's the vial right here. Look, see.
Well, you're right. I mean, we could point fingers, but as long as it's ending, that's the important.
I'm gonna point fingers, man. I'm gonna point fingers, and I'm gonna talk you down. Oh, okay, all right.
I agree with you on some of the things. I mean, some of the things they did, the way they waged that war in Iraq, the way they
that was crazy. I was pissed off.
They put so many contractors over there.
Yeah,
so they could say that there was only this many troops over there, but there was twice as many people over there.
I was pissed off, man. I was like, yes, go to Afghanistan and get Saddam, Obama bin Laden. Go get him. But when they said, we're going into Iraq, I was like, why? What did Iraq have to do with it?
I said the same thing.
It's like,
so why are we going to Iraq?
They ain't attacking nobody.
We did that already.
Yeah, they ain't attacking nobody. And
that was bizarre.
I mean, it was kind of weird to see a leader hiding in the ground, though.
No, if he would have came out, if they would have dropped that WMD thing, if they would have just came out and said, all right, look, my fellow Americans, they just blew up the biggest building that we have, killed all these people. They tried to attack our Pentagon. They were going to blow up the Capitol. We got to go kick somebody's tail. And we already have all the maps for Iraq in the cruise missiles from Desert Storm. We're going to go take some. We got to get somebody.
Well, that one I was ticked off at. I was really ticked off at that one.
I didn't like the way they did it. I mean,
that
POW out there to the United Nations. The hell with the United Nations.
Yeah,
they attacked us. They didn't attack the United Nations.
Let me bring this up, because this scared the heck out of me just a while ago. For those that are watching on RSBN just a few minutes ago, they saw me jump we're talking about ghosts earlier and stuff. I'm talking shadows and all that. Well, something rang in my lap. Just, and I was like, "Hey, wait! You might even have heard me." I go in. Well, my phone is in my my hoodie pocket in front, so it vibrated and it scared the heck out of me. And then I looked down and I looked at the news thing. It says Secret Service vets are shocked at the agent's claim that she won't take a bullet for Trump.
She ought to be excommunicated immediately. They ought to put her in Gitmo.
How in the world do you even? I mean, you know what? And I think we talked about this before. How do you fix your mouth to say stuff, man? I mean, how did they do it, Hutch? How did they do it?
The only thing
Madonna
I can say
did it.
Is that when they created the Department of Homeland Security, they absorbed the Secret Service. The Secret Service used to fall under the Treasury Department. They were a big fish in a small pond, and they were the most disciplined and revered agency in law enforcement. And then they put them in the DHS. Mm-hmm. And the DHS is so polluted and so big. Kelly is going to do a job over there.
Yeah.
And he's going to clean it up. They poured so much money into
Trump likes Kelly.
I do too, man. He's the Wall and Kelly are going to get along. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. That Secret Service agent. I don't even know is she still an agent?
Probably.
She shouldn't be.
Not for long.
She shouldn't be. You don't say.
As soon as I could read it, Trump read it.
You know that. But then again, he has a calming heart. So
not for something like that, though.
No.
That's like she might be a plant.
I mean, he shook and kept Comey. And I'm against that. I am against Comey stand. Bottom line. And
I'll tell you what. Wait 6 months.
I always
he might have an investigation that's ready to pop.
I've already seen everything I need to see in him.
Well,
he has bad character, man.
Wait 6 months.
Nope, don't feel like it. I don't want to. I want him gone, man. I want him gone. I don't care if he's 8'10". He's a tall dude.
Yeah, they say.
And he looks awkward too. He looks like he's afraid of a shadow.
Most white basketball players do look awkward.
He probably can't even jump.
I bet he can.
I bet he can't.
Probably under the boards throwing them elbows.
he might throw the elbows, but he can stand under that hoop and not get a point. I bet he's awkward.
Well, we'll see. I say give him 6 months.
I say don't.
Everybody write that down.
Everybody don't.
It might be shorter than 6 months.
Yeah, he needs to be gone. He needs to be gone, man.
I want to see Hillary do the perp walk.
That's what I want to see.
And that might be why he's still on. There's a reason he's on. We just don't know it.
Who, Comey?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
There's a reason Trump left him on.
Somebody got something on him.
Or he got something on a whole lot of people.
He looks too awkward to have something on a whole lot.
He was working he was working for the female Obama for whatever her name was, the Attorney General.
Mm-hmm.
Loretta Swift.
Did you say Loretta Swift?
I did.
Hot lips.
She did have that loud lipstick on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Wayne Dupree Show here on War Radio, simulcasting on Spreaker and RSBN.TV. We're going to be back tomorrow night. We're going to try it again. I'm going to turn off this computer and restart it again. Make sure you check in with the updates on our former fundraiser page. You can see all the things we be doing. Okay, so hey, Hutch, how can people reach out there on social media?
Hey, SteelCityResistance.blogspot.com. Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook, Berg's Eye View on Twitter. Hadi Ellis, a Turkish Kurd who lives in Canada, will be on the program with us tomorrow night.
How can people listen to you?
Go to that website, SteelCityResistance.blogspot.com. All the links are there.
That's a fast way of getting out of it.
Or you can go get my app.
No.
That's what he was trying to Global Radio in the App Store.
Download the Wayne Dupree Show on Spreaker or on Android or iPhone. You can download it today. Just go to your App Store. It's free. Download it. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, and Gab. Just type in Wayne Dupree Show. All right, y'all. It's been great. It's been an honor. We'll get this thing back moving, but everything is a whole lot better than what it was. God bless.
Broken dreams, or getting tired of being left out one more time. To tell you the truth, your guess is as good as mine. Nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows. Is there something at home? Nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows what she's running from.